There are plans afoot to put illegal aliens, undocumented immigrants, as someone referred to them, into the U.S. military. We have a huge shortage in troops, like 41,000 in the Army. Navy has huge troop shortages. So the idea has been expressed by some. I heard a congressman actually come out and say, well, if they're willing to risk their lives for the service of this country, they absolutely deserve citizenship. Well, that might be to a point, but there's some other things to worry about. You know, what happens if the government decides to turn the forces against us? What happens if they just autonomously turn against us in the future? I mean, right now I don't think they're going to be the majority of the military. But what was the downfall of Rome? The downfall of Rome was when they took the hordes from outside and put them in their military, and suddenly they found these same people, turned on them and invaded them, and sacked the Roman Empire when they took the outsiders and made them their military. When they outsourced their military, they lost their country. I don't think we're going quite that far yet, but here's what I really worry about. I worry about the loyalty of our military to the citizenry of this country. Right now, that citizenry is pretty deep. There is some speculation that one day we may have a civil or not so civil war. There's nothing civil in a civil war. They're a terrible thing, and I do not advocate that we go down that road. But it could turn out worse for us than a lot of us imagine if certain things transpire. Predominantly the Army today, even in spite of so much of the general command staff having been picked by a couple presidents in the past, Mr. O. In spite of that, you know, and the fact that the military at its top has gone woke, the base load of the troops is still predominantly conservative, predominantly patriotic, but that margin is eroding fast due to the leadership at the top and the fact that a lot of traditional recruits don't want anything to do with the military anymore, given the direction it's headed. They just don't want to be in service to that. So given all that, the recruitment is bleak. And it also changes the spectrum of who our military is. Now, if we suddenly take in a big influx of outsiders and bring them into our military, that could be problematic. Now, I don't have anything against the people being where they're from. It's that they come in here, a lot of them illegally, a lot of them really don't care about our system, our government, or our people. Now, when I was in the Army, there was a program that actually brought in people from other countries. There were a lot of people from Mexico and South America that came in the military to get their citizenship, and it was permitted. But they entered the system legally. That's a big difference. They entered legally, and they served well. Some of my best friends and co-workers in the military came from that background. I have no issue with that. So there is something of a precedence, but that precedence of making it the illegals coming in is disturbing. It's also disturbing that the military may not be a pro-citizen organization in the not too distant future. I find that a bit disconcerting myself. So I would tend to say we should not support this. In fact, I would urge people to write their congressman and say, hey, this is not where we want to go as a nation. This is not who we want to be as America. That we need something better for our people. That's kind of what I'm thinking. What do you think? What do we want for our country? I'd say we need something that is definitely pro-citizenry, especially given the divisions in our nation. Anyway, thank you for watching. Consider getting some greens, guys, some seeds to grow your own garden. Check out True Leaf Market. Again, thank you for watching. Greg out.